Welcome back to our channel, Desi Fusion Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a dessert, coconut pineapple crumble bars. It's a baking recipe and we're going to be using some fresh coconut that we shredded and some pineapple. You can use fresh or frozen. And it's a pretty simple recipe and just a few ingredients, so let's begin. To begin the recipe, we're going to preheat the oven on 375. And then you will just take a glass pan, 8 by 8 inches, and line it with parchment paper so it does not stick when you bake the bars. Now we're going to take all the ingredients and it's going to be a two-step recipe. We're going to be making the filling separate and the crumble separate. So let's begin. Okay, we're going to start with the crumble recipe. We're going to take 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour. So this is 1 cup. All right, this is 1.5 cup all-purpose flour. Now we're going to take the fresh coconut we've shredded. We just cracked this coconut and peeled the brown part of it and just shredded it. So this is 1 cup of coconut. You can use dry coconut as well. And then we're gonna use 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. If you have a really sweet pineapple, you don't need as much. You can do less than 1/2 cup. Mine is just a little bit less than 1/2 cup. There we go. This is 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now we're going to use 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There we go. And the last step is you're going to take a 1/2 cup of melted butter. And I had already put it in the fridge to cool down. It has to be completely cool so the crumbles form. So let me take that out. And you're gonna use a fork to kind of mix the butter into all the other ingredients. So I'm just mixing the butter until it's evenly distributed. And our oven is ready and preheated to 375. Okay, so this is done. You can lay this. So more than half, I would say maybe 2/3 of it we're gonna put into the pan as the bottom layer. And then leave the 1/4 amount of crumble for the top layer. And then in between is gonna be the pineapple filling.
What?
Now I'm just packing about 3/4 of the crumble into the bottom of the pan. This is gonna be like your crust, basically. And then in between we'll put the pineapple filling that we have to make. And then the rest of the crumble we'll put it on top. Since the butter is in there, it's gonna make it nice and crispy. All right, I think that should do it. We'll set this aside and we'll work on the pineapple filling. Okay, so we're gonna do the filling now. For the filling, you need about 20 ounces of pineapple. You can use canned pineapple, or I have some frozen pineapple that I've thawed out. And you're supposed to crush it up. So I'm gonna just use this. So So we're supposed to take out all the juice. So I have a cheesecloth that I'm gonna drain the water and then keep mushing it. There, that's good. So in the pineapple, we put 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So here's 1. And here's 2. And 3 tablespoons of sugar. I use 2.5 tablespoons of sugar because our pineapple smells really sweet. You just mix everything together. Okay, now it's ready to be poured onto our crust. Evenly distribute the pineapple. Now the remaining of the crumble, we're just gonna kind of sprinkle and pat it down. We actually used vegan butter in this recipe, so this recipe is pretty much vegan. There we go. Okay, it's ready to be set in the oven. So since it's already preheated, we're gonna keep it in for 25 minutes or until the top crust is golden brown. All right, so we're gonna put it in the center rack. For 25 minutes. Timer, 25, start. All right, now we wait. All right, it is done. We're just gonna turn it off and we're gonna take it out. Ooh, it's nice and brown and crispy at the top. You see it? It smells delicious. So now we're gonna let it cool completely on this baking rack. Once it's completely cool, then we will make pieces. There, that's good. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay.